let's try this again. Happy Thursday, guys. You should be able to hear and see me right now. I'm live streaming in the Facebook group, the Learn with Daisy Facebook group. I'm just going to do a quick maintenance check, which it is working. And I'm going to mark this as an announcement for anybody that is not watching me live so you can see it up here up top. Let me just put myself on mute and we should be good from there. So first and foremost, before I jump into what I actually want to talk about, I want to first welcome all of the new people. And I know I'm not looking at the camera because I know it's how you guys, make eye contact. I am actually looking at just to make sure that this is streaming the correct way. So not disobeying my own advice, but sometimes Facebook likes to not be your friend. And so I wanted to make sure that this is going through, which it is. So I'm just going to save it and we will get started. Hi, Karen. Okay. So this is going. You guys can hear me. And I got Facebook running in the background. So I should be good to go. So I hope you guys are having an amazing Thursday thus far. I know I am, and my stomach is screaming, can you finish this live so we can go get Chipotle? So it's kind of the next step for me today. But I wanted to come on here and talk to you guys about something. Now, if you've heard me speak live within the last, I'd say 3 to 4 months, I actually tweaked this portion of my speaking engagement or presentation, I should say, because I really wanted to really narrow this part down. I'm always tweaking my presentations when I speak. So that's the good thing for people when they go, is that it's always fresh, it's always new. And that is pretty much how video marketing is. Video marketing is constantly changing, always evolving. And so it's important that you, as a speaker, if you're going to talk about whatever particular topic it is that you're talking about, you want to make sure that you're being relevant and that you're giving your audience, community, whatever, as much up-to-date information as possible. Like, will we know every single thing? No, because it's as things are released. Some of the people who work for the apps we use don't even know everything. Like, they have an inner circle. So no one's going to know like everything all the time, but you can definitely just see from the results of others and what they do and etc. If things work. So let's get started. Today I am talking about the customer buying journey, and I want to talk to you guys about this right here. Hopefully it'll come through on the screen. So when a lot of people, business owners for the most part, when they are reaching their target audience, let's just say they have reached their target audience, like you're doing everything right, everything that I've talked about, right? By the time you reach your target audience, you are pretty much like screaming at them, and they are not necessarily where you are. And if I was looking at, I can see there's a delay on the screen, so that's why I was slowing down to make sure that the image was coming through so I could see it now. And so they are not necessarily where you are in as the business owner. And I think a lot of times business owners forget that the customer journey is different from the business owner's journey. And I like to call this the Sprayhose method. A lot of people start just too fast, not where the customer is yet, and they are like, why is this business owner, whatever you do, that's why I'm making it generic, why is this business owner giving me this information or coming at me this aggressive when I'm not even ready to buy yet? So I'm not giving you guys all the gems of this part because that's the point of going to where I speak. There's a lot more that you can get, but I'm going to walk you through just 2 pieces that honestly will give you some place to start. And so you need to actually stop doing this. We need to stop just buy from me. And I know you guys are probably like, well, Anisha, you have mini guides and you have content within Learn What They See that you that you sell, that you show us. And the reality is, yes, that is true. I do have content that I sell, but I also give you guys a buttload of free content. I've actually been, criticized is not the right word. I've actually been like sat down by people who are in this group who also have an education aspect to their platform, who recognize I give a lot of gems in this group and I put in a lot of work. And they've had some heart to hearts with me recently that has really helped me to actually feel better about some of the pivots that I wanted to make but wasn't sure and have already actually made. So again, when you're in this group, yes, I know that there are people who come in at different times, right? So some of you may, if depending on what content you see first, right, when you join the group, you may get a little bit of this, a little bit. But it's really based on where you start to drive, when you come into the group and where you go, which is why I'm going to switch real quick to my second screen. Oh, that's my desktop. I want to go actually to the Chrome applications. Let me just make sure. Okay, so here's my second screen. I'm in the Facebook group now, which is why when you join the group, right, and I tell you guys, if you think about it, and some of you may not remember this because if you've been in here for a while, you've bypassed this, right? But let's say you're new to the group, right? Normally, when you join the group, it's going to show you two things by Facebook's like default format. It's going to show you this cover photo, right? And in the cover photo, I literally walk you through where to go. I don't just say buy here. You understand what I'm saying? I walk you through where to go. I'm giving you like the introduction of the group. I'm telling you announcements is the best place that you should go for the most updated content. Then I'm telling you what to do next. You still haven't bought anything. I'm telling you to take this free quiz because honestly, it's really where you should start because it's going to tell you a lot about you, your business, and video marketing. Then I go into becoming a Learn What They See insider, which I recommend if you are in this group and you are serious about video marketing, I recommend that you do become a Learn What They See insider because let's just say Facebook shuts down Facebook groups. You won't be able to see any of this content. And that means the other people in here who have been implementing or your alternatives in the industry and market that you're in, they're going to get access to my content. Because there are people who may not actually be in this Facebook group, but are signed up to my email list. And I understand that Facebook groups for some people at some point got overwhelming. So that's why some people don't join. But some people just they don't do Facebook groups, but they want to be on the email list. They want that content. So again, I'm still walking you through all this stuff is pretty much free, right? Actually, all of it is free, and I'm telling you where to go. Then I share, if you want to learn more, as far as like, this is now for people who are like, I know I want to do video marketing. I've seen Anisha's content, X here, she's been featured, she's been talking, she's been on Instagram Live, her feed, blah, blah, blah. I already know this girl knows what she's talking about, right? And thank you. But so now this section, if you notice, I have it sectioned off. This little line right here, right? I'm sectioned off and I'm telling people that are on that next level, if you want to dive deeper and dive deeper into my content in the group, then here's some popular content. Now you get into, here are some mini guides. The group units, which still is going to give you free, it's going to give you mixed content. So it's going to give you free inspirational. So think of that as like, if you were on a website, it could be something like a blog, right? A blog post, which usually has a lot of free stuff. Let's just keep it real, right? And then I give you access to, a guide that has been very popular too with people who are just starting with video marketing who are like, I want to start from the bottom, like help me. If you're here because you want to take the challenge, again, another free piece of content, you can click that. If you're interested, which actually I have now put on the back burner of basic video editing, and I'm just being honest, I've had people who say they want certain things, and I've been doing it and bringing it into the group, and then the action is not followed up. So I have to also do what's healthy for me as a leader as well, and then do what's healthy as well for the group, for those that do participate. So more than likely, my editing is going to be on workshop level, not something that I'm going to put online anymore. But moving on. And then I have, of course, one-on-one coaching sessions. But my whole point is you get into the more paid stuff, and then I'm still giving you some more resources, things of that nature. And then I leave you with where to find my speaking stuff, right? So that's me walking you through not doing, I don't even know if it'll show up, but the Sprayhose. I'm not doing this to you because that's why it takes you to those two places. Even if it took you to the learning units, right? The unit section, which is now learning on Facebook for groups like this, you're still getting, honestly, the same thing that I posted in the hero image or the cover photo, whatever you want to call it. It's the same content here. It's linking you to the same exact stuff. So again, I'm not doing this, although, like I said, depending on when you're coming into the group, where your mindset is, you could be feeling this if you're brand new because you clicked on something that honestly you weren't ready for. And that's honestly what happens in the customer buying journey, right? So some people also come in, and when you, now I'm going back to you. Let me pull myself up on the main screen real quick. Now I'm coming back to you as the business owner, okay? Some people also have, hold on, I don't want to show this anymore. Okay, some people also have this mindset, which is not wrong. You're a business owner, right? And so what I'm demonstrating through this clip is that, I smell somebody who wants my stuff. Like, that's what we're a business owner. Like, I'm never going to make you apologize for that. Like, Publix knows you're going there to food shop. So they're going to put things up front that they want you to buy. Like, that's just a reality. You can't be a business if you're afraid to sell. Now, as far as integrity, quality, all that jazz, that's your own moral compass. But again, when someone is coming to you for your service or product or whatever you need, and you have this mindset, which I call like the vulture mindset, I want them. When you see a vulture in the middle of the road, it is not thinking, hey, there's a dead carcass here, let me be nice to them. It's not thinking that. That vulture is like, that's food, I want to eat it, and I'm going to eat it right now. Again, your customer may not be coming in during that part of the journey. They may still be researching. So if you're already like, I'm in the booking phase, I'm ready to bring them on, again, that's where they're going to do something like this. First, they're going to be like, why the heck am I receiving this information that I, one, didn't ask for, two, am not ready for, right? And then a lot of people, because you're still doing the vulture mindset, right? A lot of people end up experiencing this. A mixture. I'm going to put them both side by side. A mixture of what the heck? Why am I receiving this? Alongside, I'm out. And that's the reality. Like, that's what people experience when you're doing this. Have I experienced that? Absolutely. Before I understood what the customer journey was, and everyone's customer journey honestly is different, which is why you need to know your target audience and what they want and what they need. Okay, myself, when it comes to like being in here, I like this group as far as that goes. Like, I don't experience the running part because I've already demonstrated and already illustrated what this group is for and what I want. And I've done that on my website. I'm very clear that some content in there is going to be free and some content in the website is going to be paid for. And I say that. It's also in the welcome video that I have in this group. And I literally state, like, I don't want you, sorry, I'm trying to get these off the screen while I'm talking. I don't want you to come in here and, be like be surprised and have this shock value that you didn't know was, could potentially happen, when the reality is that I've already told you this is how their group runs. And anybody that understands, like, how to do something in an organized fashion, or understands their customer journey, will know this. And like I said, and you probably would have to catch the replay to get the illustration of what I was saying, but that is what people experience when you kind of give too much too soon, or what they're not looking for yet. So they'll either, like I said, they'll get sticker shock, which is this, like, what, no, definitely not what I thought, or too much. It could be like a multitude of things. And then they'll start running if you keep pressuring, right? Because you're not listening to them. They've already told you, like, hey, I don't really think I'm the right fit, whether it's price or not. Like, just keeping it real. So they're like, and you're still like, hey, but, and instead of you listening and saying, like, oh, okay, it's okay for you to say, like, this isn't the right fit. We're not the right fit for each other. Recommend them to someone else, or you could let them know, if they end up with the ability to pay for your services or whatever, you're still here. Like, you don't have to be rude about it. Again, Facebook groups are a little bit different. I told you, like, energy is really, really big in a Facebook group. So I, as a leader, have to be responsible, because there are people in here who are like, I'm ready to do this video marketing, but I joined a group so that I can have that support, so I can see others, so I can mingle and learn more. People don't just, and you shouldn't, like, just join a Facebook group just to join it. Like, there's got to be a bigger motive behind it. And so it's my responsibility to make sure that the environment here is healthy for those that do want to be here and do want to put in the work. So again, you'll see, like I said, the sticker shock reaction, or you will get the runners. Sometimes they're a combination of both. Or you get the people who are like, now you keep emailing them, right? Or whatever, emailing, calling, whatever your method of communication is. And they're like, somebody hide me. I don't know how to dismiss this person. And I'm actually going to do a live about this because I feel like it's a unspoken territory that no one wants to speak about, and I'm actually going to talk about it, and I don't really mind because I think as a consumer, you don't want to be rude and you don't want to hurt the feelings of someone because they're a person. And let's be honest, like, they are a person. I'm a person. When I create content for this group and I know it's something that you've been asking for, and then, like, you don't use it or you completely dismiss it, and I'm like, this could not be more customized for you, or there's like excuses like above and beyond, it does offend. But I also know that there's a certain, like, barrier or certain layer where I'm like, that's the journey that they're on, and I can't force feed you. But I also know that there's people over here who are killing it with that same piece of content that you're making an excuse not to use, not to buy, not to invest in, and etc. And so that's what helps me personally. Like, if that's something you could do for you and that helps your mental state, like, great. But that's something that helps me personally from not taking it personal. I used to in the past, like, when I first became a business owner, I'm like, what? They don't want me. Like, why? What's wrong with me? It's me. Like, I'm the bomb. And I still am the bomb. I just don't take it personal anymore. Okay. So everybody, of course, and especially as a business, right? Everybody wants people to come in with this mindset, right? Everybody wants this mindset. I don't know if it's playing, so let me pull it back up on the screen. I don't know if you guys can even see it. I don't think it's playing. Hold on. It says it's playing, but I don't see it. I'm going to pull it up one more time. Excuse me. There we go. Okay. Everybody wants whoever comes to their business to feel this way 24/7. You like me. You really like me. And look, I'm going to be honest. Like, yes, that's a real feeling. Even in some of the groups that I'm in that are of larger influencers, they don't always have this. Like, I'm not going to mention because I don't want to badmouth anyone's group or anything, but there's a very popular group that a lot of people in here are in, a lot of your friends are in, like who may not even know about Learn What They See. And there is constant, not bashing, but like negative energy on this leader. And at one point, this particular leader was like, you need to be on this. And if you're not on this, like, you're just not cool, like, or whatever. And so my whole point is, like, no one's going to like you 24/7. No one is perfect. And that's why I do teach that, user generated content is always best, which is also, what I pay attention to in here. Like, I want to give you guys what you need and what you want. Like, if you look at the content that I release in here, it is definitely a mixture of what you need, because you don't know much about video marketing if you're in here. And even if you do, you still want to learn more, right? Just like me, I'm in certain things because I want to learn more about certain things. But I'm also giving you what you want, because that's what people do as business owners. They're like, you know what? If this is what they want and I feel like, or I know I can provide value, I'm going to give it to them because I know I'm giving you both. So it's like saying, it's like getting your tonsils pulled. I don't know if they do this anymore, but I know they did back in the day. So it's like getting your tonsils pulled, right? Where the doctor was like, I know I have to do the surgery. I know it's going to hurt. And this is to a 5-year-old. But they're like, I'm giving you ice cream. The 5-year-old does not care anymore about the fact that their throat is about to be cut up and it's probably going to hurt. Because all they heard was, I'm going to get ice cream at the end of this. I'm in. That's all they think about. So hopefully that analogy made it a little bit easier to understand what I was saying, even though I think the way I explained it was like pretty dope too. Okay. So I wanted to share that with you guys because I think that it's very important for you to really have a better and a clearer understanding of where you are when you're talking to particular people, because the reality, and I'm just going to say it, whether you agree or disagree with me, it's not really a matter of being right or wrong. I think it's just a matter of like knowing certain information. But the reality is that people come to your stuff, whatever that may be, because it is good, because they do like it, because somewhere in their mind there is a need for it. Like, that's why they're there. That's why they're telling you, hey, I'm here, let me see what you have. Where a lot of business owners mess up is that gap between finding you, like whatever their pain point is, so you're their solution, and booking them. It's that in-between phase where you mess up. And that's where I love to teach on video marketing about, because there are so many things that video can do for you in that in-between phase where you're struggling. And this is where, like I said, it turns into a little bit more content that I do share at speaking engagements, because that's the whole point, for those people who want to pay and invest in learning more direct strategies. And then there are some things that I have shared in this group and do share in the group, because it's honestly probably something that you can find on YouTube or Google, or just something really generic that you may be bypassing. And I'm like, have you thought about tying your shoe? Meaning, like, it's that simple. Why you keep tripping? That's a really good one. I need to put that. Yeah, hold on. I'm going to remember that. But anyway, in all seriousness, I hope that this live gave you some insight on how to stop being a freaking fire hose to your target audience. And with that being said, I will see you guys in my next live. Bye.